My name is Paula, and I'm an international student. Thank you. I'm Peruvian, and I was born in Canada. But being an international student for me basically means that I really wish I was an immigrant. I'm really trying hard, because I really want to fulfill that stereotype that actors tend to be waiters. But I'm legally not allowed to serve you food. It makes it sound like it's concerning, but it's really, they just don't want to let me do that. Yeah. And so as a result, I am dating an all-American boy. Yes, which essentially means that he is straight, white, and from Long Island. Yes. He's very sweet, he's learning Spanish for me. Well, more so my abuelas, because they don't speak English. And I really want them to communicate and talk when they meet one day, so that she can, ask him deep questions, what his intentions are, what he's doing, what he dreams of, and all those things. And it's really funny that they haven't even met him because they already love him. Every time they see me, they're like, oh, give me a fotito. Give me a little picture. And so I show them a picture and they're like, oh, qué lindo, qué gringuito, qué blanquito, he's so white. Oh, so American looking, so cute. And I'm like, yeah. And then they always they're like, oh, here's a cake, here's 50 million presents, here's some Peruvian delicacies just for him. And meanwhile, I'm starting to get jealous because my grandmothers love my boyfriend more than me. But he's really great. He's really great. And I'm a very hairy woman. Yeah. I'm a really hairy woman, and my mother was very specific growing up. She never let me shave. Never let me shave. She thought it was like the plague. She threatened me. She said it would grow back stronger, darker, and sharper. So I grew up with the fear, believing that if a razor touched my leg hair, they would become porcupines. But no, so as a result, I waxed. And I had a beautiful, beautiful memory as a 10-year-old with a unibrow, being laid down on what felt like parchment paper, as some 70-year-old white woman slathered a hot, sticky liquid on my leg. And then my mother looked me dead in the eye and said, breathe. I wish I was lying. And so as a result, I've just done that my whole life. Still partially in fear of a razor, don't know why. And I realized all my friends around me, nobody really talked about hair removal growing up. No, they didn't. But then I found out some of my friends, shaved. And, I thought maybe I should warn them. Are their mothers telling them the truth? And then, they're all shaving, they're doing that shaving thing, and then I see a million commercials of beautiful shaven legs, and it looks so pretty. It's like a nice little pink razor, and it's just on a beautiful, smooth, hairless leg, just going. And I'm like, fuck, is that what it's like? Kind of missing out, There's no commercials for waxing, because people are just screaming all the time. But it's great. We've been together for almost 2 years now, and so he's seen me in all my He's seen me in all my forms. Messy hair, no makeup, growing leg hair, and as a result, we stayed together once for 3 weeks straight. It was a trial period. It was a very frightful moment in my life. It was the summer, so I had to be in shorts and bikinis. And I realized as I looked down one day, we were just hanging out, and I looked down at my ankles and I saw my 4 o'clock shadow emerging. And I was like, fuck, okay, hey honey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and deal with something. And I just can imagine that from the bedroom where he was, it was not that far from the bathroom. He just heard a little, fuck. And so I am just, there we go. I'm just standing here, just waxing my own legs. And he walks in, interestingly enough, into the bathroom. And I'm just there, mid-strip, looking at him, and I'm like, oh, hey. And he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, you know, just hair removal. And he's like, okay. And so I'm like, okay, he's not moving, so I guess I'm just gonna keep going. So I do a strip in front of him, and he goes, doesn't that hurt? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you don't have to do that. Like, I don't care. And I was like, aww, that's so sweet. It's not for you, like, man. But you know what? It's great, because, you know, in the winter I don't care because I don't have to see it, and I grow my own leg warmers, so it's perfect. Thank you so much.